Markets move because money moves, and money moves for a reason. Follow the money. For decades, the US dollar has been the center of global finance. It is used in international trade, held by central banks, and trusted by financial institutions around the world. But today, something unexpected is happening. The dollar is entering a new financial system. Not through traditional banks, not through government programs, but through blockchain technology. Billions of dollars are now moving through digital assets that many people outside the crypto world have never heard of. Stablecoins. At first glance, this seems surprising. For years, many people believed cryptocurrency would challenge the existing financial system. They imagined a future where digital currencies would replace traditional money. But something different started happening. One of the fastest growing parts of crypto was not creating a new currency. It was creating a new way to move the world's existing currency. Stablecoins are digital tokens designed to maintain a stable value. Most major stablecoins are linked to the US dollar, a digital representation of dollars that can move through blockchain networks. The idea is simple. Instead of sending money through traditional financial rails, users can transfer digital dollars directly through blockchain technology. No waiting for banking hours. No borders in the traditional sense, and fewer intermediaries between sender and receiver. This does not mean stablecoins replace the entire financial system. They do not. Banks still matter. Government currencies still matter. And traditional markets remain essential. But stablecoins introduce something new. A different way for money to travel. And this creates a surprising possibility. The technology that many people thought would weaken the dollar may actually be helping the dollar reach more places. Because the biggest advantage of the dollar has never only been the currency itself. It has been the network built around it. Banks, markets, payment systems, and global trust. Stablecoins are adding a new layer to that network. They represent a new question for the future of money. What happens when the world's most powerful currency moves through the world's newest technology? To understand why stablecoins are growing, we need to look beyond technology. Because the real question is not how blockchain works. The real question is why people need digital dollars in the first place. For many people around the world, access to the US dollar is not simple. The dollar is the world's most important currency. But obtaining and moving dollars can still be difficult. Traditional financial systems were built through banks, and banks operate through networks with rules, locations, and operating hours. For large institutions, this system works well. But for individuals and smaller businesses, cross-border payments can be slow and expensive. A person sending money from one country to another may face multiple intermediaries. Each step can add time, cost, and complexity. This is where digital dollars create a different possibility. A stablecoin allows someone to hold a digital representation of the dollar directly inside a digital wallet. The transfer does not need to follow the same path as traditional banking. Instead, it can move through blockchain networks that operate around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This creates a new financial channel. For someone living in a country with unstable currency, a digital dollar can provide another option for storing value. For global business, stablecoins can offer a faster way to move payments across borders. But the important point is this: many people using stablecoins are not trying to escape the dollar system. They are trying to access it. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings about stablecoins. They are often described as a challenge to traditional money. But in many cases, they are actually a new gateway into the existing dollar economy. The technology may be new, but the demand is very old. People want a stable form of money. Businesses want faster settlement. And global markets want more efficient ways to move capital. Stablecoins do not create a new desire for money. They simply provide a new method for money to travel. And this leads to the next question. If stablecoins are becoming a new way to move dollars, could they become the next infrastructure behind the dollar itself? For decades, the power of the dollar came from more than the currency itself. It came from the infrastructure built around it. Banks, payment networks, financial institutions, and global markets. The dollar became powerful because money could move through a trusted system. But that system was built for the previous century. A world of physical banks, paper documents, and traditional financial networks. Today, the movement of money is entering a new era, and stablecoins may represent a new financial rail for the dollar. A financial rail is the infrastructure that allows money to travel. In the past, dollars moved through banking networks. A payment would pass through multiple institutions before reaching its destination. stablecoins introduce a different model. The dollar can now exist as a digital token on blockchain networks. This changes how value moves. A digital dollar can be transferred across borders without following the same traditional path. This does not remove the importance of banks, and it does not replace the existing financial system. Instead, it adds another layer. A layer that is faster, more programmable, and available through digital networks. This creates a surprising possibility. The technology that many people expected to challenge the dollar may actually help spread the dollar even further. Because every financial system depends on adoption. The more people use a currency, the more powerful that currency becomes. For decades, the dollar expanded through trade, banking, and global investment. Stablecoins create another path. They allow people who may not have access to traditional dollar accounts to interact with digital dollars. This does not mean every person will suddenly use stablecoins, and does not mean traditional finance will disappear. But it suggests something important. The future competition may not be between currencies. It may be between the systems that move them. Bitcoin created a new type of asset. Stablecoins are creating a new way for existing money to move. And this is why the world's largest financial institutions have started paying attention. For many years, Wall Street and cryptocurrency appeared to exist on opposite sides. Traditional finance viewed crypto with caution. Questions about volatility, regulation, and risk dominated the conversation. But something has started to change. The biggest financial institutions are no longer asking whether blockchain technology has value. They are asking how it can be used. Because beneath the speculation, there's a simple idea. Financial systems can become more efficient. One area where institutions are paying attention is settlement. Settlement is the process of completing a financial transaction. In traditional markets, moving money between institutions can involve multiple steps. Different systems, different databases, different organizations. This complexity exists because finance was built over many decades. Stablecoins offer another possibility. A digital representation of money that can move on blockchain networks. The potential advantage is speed, automation, and global accessibility. Imagine a financial system where some transactions can settle without waiting for traditional banking processes, where digital assets can move with programmable rules, and where money can interact with software. This idea is attracting the attention of major institutions, not because they believe every cryptocurrency will succeed, but because the infrastructure behind some of these technologies may solve real problems. A bank does not need to support every crypto asset to recognize the value of faster payments. An investment firm does not need to believe in every blockchain project to explore digital settlement. This is why the conversation has changed. The question is no longer, will crypto replace finance? The more important question is, which parts of crypto technology will become part of finance? Stablecoins may become one of those parts, because they connect two worlds that once seemed separate. The stability of traditional money and the flexibility of blockchain networks. But every new financial system creates new opportunities and new risks. The rise of stablecoins creates a new possibility for global finance. But every financial innovation creates new questions, because money is built on trust, and digital money is no different. The first question is simple. What supports a stablecoin? A stablecoin is designed to maintain a stable value. Usually, 1 unit is intended to represent 1 unit of the underlying currency. But maintaining that stability requires something important: trust in the reserves behind it. Users need confidence that the assets supporting the stablecoin actually exist, and that those assets can remain available during periods of market stress. This is why transparency has become one of the most important issues in the stablecoin industry. The second challenge is regulation. Traditional financial systems operate under established rules. Banks, payment companies, and financial institutions all follow regulatory frameworks. Stablecoins operate at the intersection of technology and finance. This creates new questions. Who should supervise them? How should reserves be managed? And how can users be protected? These questions will shape the next stage of digital money. The third challenge is the relationship between digital dollars and traditional banks. Today, banks play a central role in storing and moving money. But if more people hold digital dollars directly through wallets, the role of banks could change. This does not mean banks disappear, but it may change how financial services are delivered. Every major shift in money has created similar debates. Paper money changed the role of physical coins. Digital banking changed the role of physical branches. And digital currencies may change the next layer of finance. The important point is this: stablecoins are not automatically the future of money, but they represent one possible direction where finance may evolve. The future will depend on whether technology can create greater efficiency without sacrificing trust. And that brings us to the final question. If stablecoins become a major part of global finance, what will the future of money actually look like? The rise of stablecoins is not simply a story about cryptocurrency. It is a story about how money continues to evolve. Throughout history, money has changed many times. Gold was used as a store of value. Currencies became a way to exchange value. Banks created new financial networks. And digital technology is now creating another transformation. The important question is not whether one form of money will completely replace another. The future is usually more complicated. Gold did not disappear when currencies became dominant. Cash did not disappear when digital payments arrived. And traditional finance did not disappear when blockchain technology was created. Instead, new systems are often built on top of older ones. This may be the role of stablecoins. They are not necessarily creating a new global currency. They are creating a new way for existing money to move. The dollar may remain the world's dominant currency, but the way people access and transfer dollars could change dramatically. A bank account was once the main gateway to digital money. In the future, a digital wallet may become another gateway. This does not mean banks become irrelevant or that governments lose control of money. It means the infrastructure behind money is changing. And this connects to a larger trend in global finance. Countries are rethinking how they store wealth. Investors are rethinking how they access markets. And technology is changing how value moves around the world. From gold to bonds, from banks to blockchain. The financial system has always evolved when technology and trust change together. The future of money may not belong to one single asset. It may belong to a combination of different systems. Gold as a store of trust. The dollar as a global currency. Blockchain as a new financial network. And stablecoins as a bridge between them. Because money has never been only about what we own. It is also about how easily value can move. Bitcoin challenged the idea of what money could be. Stablecoins are changing how money travels. And this may become one of the biggest changes in global finance of the next decade. Because in finance, money rarely disappears. It transforms. It moves. Follow the money.